Welcome to the live chat.
All right.
Your head's cut off.
It is. See, that's why I need you. It could be the last few shiurim my head was cut off and we didn't even know. Maybe move it over a little bit. Okay, good. All right, Rabbi Isai, Daf Ayin Beis. One of the easier dafim we're going to have. Daf Ayin Beis. We'll just review quickly Baal Peh what we learned yesterday. We were discussing Tuma Blua. Tuma Blua, everybody remembers what Tuma Blua is? We're referring to Tuma that's swallowed within inside somebody's body. The Tuma doesn't go outside. The body is a protective shield. Both ways. If it's Tame inside the body, it doesn't go outside. And if it's Tar inside the body, you can't get to it. Ask the Gemara a question that in Bechayros, this is the mission that tells us this exact halacha of Tuma Blua. So why do I need the Chiddush over here? The Mishnah says over there that if a kohen swallowed a ring, and there's even a picture of a ring, no, you missed it, a ring inside a body, the Kitzur, the Tumah doesn't go outwards, the Tumah doesn't go inwards. Says the Gemara. And this was how we finished off yesterday. You're right. We know the concept of Tuma Blua from other places, but we're talking about something else. We're talking about even a case that over there could be maybe Tuma of Beis Hastarim. Beis Hastarim, and we're going to discuss this today also. Beis Hastarim is Tuma, hidden Tuma. Anything hidden, the heart cannot become Tameh because it's inside, it's away. Any organ inside cannot become Tameh. So the woman can't become Tameh from within inside. And Mamela, that's what we're talking about over there. Over here, we're talking about even in a case that a person swallowed two rings. One ring was tahar, one ring was tameh, inside the body. Now, if we're talking about Tumas Beis Hastarim, if you have two rings inside a box, one is tameh, one is tar, of course the tar is going to become tameh because it touched the tameh. So why is it that in the body it doesn't work? If one ring is tar and one ring is tameh, and they touch each other with inside the body, they don't become tameh. The tar doesn't become tameh. Obviously, it's because of something called Tuma Blua, not because of Tumas Beis Hastarim. So that's the Chiddush of Rabbah. That's what we're holding right now.
The difference in those two or not yet? You're doing next time.
No, Tumas Beis Hastarim wouldn't work to help a ring.
What's the difference between those two? Tumas Beis Hastarim and Tuma Blua?
No, Tumas Beis Hastarim just means it's something that you don't see cannot become tameh. It's hidden from behind. But if they're physically touching each other, a tar ring touches a tameh ring, and you don't see them touching, it's too bad. They still become tameh. Tuma Blua is it's a swallowed tumah. It's a whole new concept where it says that since it's within her body or his body, there's no tumah interactions happen there.
Tuma Blua in a box. What's the difference between whether it's in a body or in a box?
In a box, there's no tissue. There's nothing like it's in the body. It gets like enveloped in the body.
Right.
I know.
So it gets
He's asking why.
Why?
זה מה שהגמרא אמרה לפני, זה חרס, קל וחומר. הגמרא למדה מחרס קל וחומר. זה שני דברים שונים, בן אדם...
No, the Kal V'chomer was after we know Tuma Blua, then we made a Kal V'chomer. He's saying just a bat should be Tuma Blua. I don't think. I don't know why exactly, but it doesn't work. Ask the Gemara. Now we're holding the first word on Ayin Beis Omid Aleph on top. V'ha ubar v'chayo v'kishtei tabois dom. V'komet tamelo ubar l'chayo. Now, if you're telling me, in our case, the uber, the fetus, the unborn dead child, is being touched by the midwife. So it's like two rings inside a Beis Hastarim. Now, if you say Tuma Blua works, that it doesn't create Tuma, so how come this midwife becomes Tameh? It's Tuma Blua, it's in her stomach, and she's just touching inside a makom of Beis Blua. Just like it works for the mother, it should work for the midwife. Yet you see that the midwife does become Tameh. So what do we see? That Tuma Blua doesn't work. So then why doesn't the mother become Tameh? Because the mother, it's Beis Hastarim. For her, she's not touching it. it's within her, it's hidden, so she doesn't become tamei. It's based on star. Well, the reason why the midwife becomes tamei is because eventually this tumah is going to come out. So since it's going to come out, so it has a different halacha. It's mitama the midwife as well. Omarava, how does that make sense? Uber soifel lotzeis, tabas ain't soifel lotzeis. So then say the same thing by a ring. Just because the ring is swallowed within her or him, eventually it's going to come out. So if you tell me as far that something that eventually comes out is mitama and tuma blua doesn't work, so how come it works on a ring? Elo marava nupshat, the whole sugya. Pumbedisai yaditami the milsa. In Pumbedisa they know the reason. Umanu Rav Yosef. Rav Yosef knows. The Omer Rav Yosef, Omer Rav Yudam Shmuel. Tuma zoi eino medivir Torah elo medivir soifrim. This tuma, enochanami. Tuma blua shouldn't work. It shouldn't be tamei. It works. I'm sorry. It works that it should not become tamei. So the midwife should not become tamei. Midoraisa. So why does she become tamei? Medivrei soifrim. It's only midorabanan. And notice the lashon. Tumazu eino medivrei Torah. It's not a deraisa. It is a derabanan. It should just say tumazu derabanan. My eino medivrei Torah elo medivrei soifrim. Why is there a double lashon? The loiteima liba de Rebbe Kiva. The Omar Uber b'mei isha tamei. Rebbe Kiva says that the ubar inside the mother is tamei. So maybe you'll say the whole Mishnah has to be going according to Rebbe Kiva that the dead baby is tamei. No, says the Gemara. No, it could even go ela afilu the Rebbe Shmuel, and the Gemara is going to tell us the whole machlokes what it is. Rebbe Shmuel, it could go even according to Rebbe Shmuel. The Omar Uber b'mei isha tar. The baby inside the mother is tar and not tamei. And Gazerel Tumah the Rabbanon. So the double lashon is to say that it's not going according to Rebbe Kiva, it goes even according to Rebbe Shmuel. What? That ubar inside a mother is completely tar. We made a gzeira on the midwife. We said that if she's taking out the baby, she should become tamei. Why? My time Omer Ba'ishia gzeira shem yotziv lad roishoy chutz leproizdor. Maybe while she's assisting in the birth, she won't notice. The head of the child will come out a little bit. Then it's considered born, completely tamei. And Mamela, she's going to be tamei without noticing. So we have to make sure that there's no problems. We say she's always tamei, even if she touches it inside. Even though inside it's completely tar, we made a gzeira on it that it's tamei. It's interesting because she is here to take out the baby, and she's for sure going to become tamei anyways. So what difference does it make exactly when she becomes tamei? A second before, a second after? Whatever. Maybe she wants to eat this apple that's tar, and she has to know when she could eat, when she can't eat.
No, but the woman as well.
Forget the
The woman also she will be done as well.
I think yesterday.
Anyway.
Yeah.
A woman who gives birth to a
No.
dead fetus.
She becomes
She's
tamei.
tamei.
Yeah. Right.
When it comes out.
When it comes out, but it might take 10 hours. So for those 10 hours, she's tar. Rashi points out, what about an animal? How come we said that by a roya that assists an animal to give birth, we should also be worried that maybe the animal's head will poke out, it's born, and it's tamei. A dead animal is tamei, it's an avela. Same way as a dead baby, human baby. So how come we don't have this chashash by an animal? Says Rashi, because by an animal, its womb is exposed. So there's no chashash. If it comes out a little bit, everybody will notice. We had that story before that a woman is more tznius, it's not as noticeable. Fine. Says the Gemara, Yehachi Ishonami, the woman, we should make a gzeira on the mother herself, that perhaps her baby came out a little bit and it's considered a birth. Isha margeshes v'atzma, a woman knows exactly when the baby comes out for herself. So if so, she should really tell the midwife right away, hey, be careful of taharis, you can't eat taharis anymore. Shrida, she's very busy with the labor pain. She's not concerned about letting the midwife know halachas now.
But about herself, that's all she's worried about. It's about the human tire.
No, but she's not going to make that mistake. She's not going to make a mistake.
But it's not only that.
I said Isha Magish
She's paying attention to
What?
the idea of the human tire.
We're asking them, we should make a whole gzeira on Yoledes, that maybe the baby will pop out and she won't notice and it'll go back in. No, that'll never happen. That Gzeira is gone. We're not saying that we should make new things up. Fakir, we shouldn't make new things up because she at least knows. My Rebbe Shmuel, my Rebbe Kiva. I like to say, I thought the sugya fits a lot better for me backwards rather than forwards. So I'll just tell it to you how I understood the sugya backwards. It's a very simple sugya, but backwards. That this pasuk called Nafshis Meis, Rebbe Kiva learns, called Nafshis Meis, plural, is referring to 2 revius of blood. 2 revius of blood, that even from 2 dead people, if you have a half a revius from one dead person, another half a revius from another person, then it's considered 1 revius from 2 people. I wrote it 2 revius, fine. Kol nafshis meis. A small difference, not a big deal. I told you today there's no charts at all. So if so, the Gemara just goes reverse. But if so, this pasuk is extra. B'meis b'nefesh cannot be referring to blood. Obviously, he's referring to a baby inside the stomach. And if this pasuk is referring to a baby inside the stomach, so then pnei sada cannot be referring to a baby in the stomach because I already have a baby in the stomach. It has to be referring to the top of a coffin. Now let's see inside. Goyel is the top of a coffin. We'll see all the halachas will be explained beautifully. My Rebbe Shmuel, my Rebbe Kiva, the Sanya. V'chol sheyigal pnei hasada. The Gemara is just saying everything in reverse. What's the pasuk? And obviously the Gemara knows better than me, but for me, I'm just giving you my way of. I understood it reverse easier. Try to understand like the Gemara understands. The Torah says that anything touches on the face of the field. Now, those words are completely extra. Face of a field. If you touch anything, chalal cherev, the whole continuation of the pasuk, you're telling me, who cares that it's on the face of the field? Right? It could be on top of a tower, it could be in a cave. Says the Gemara, we learn a very important halacha, that it has to be exposed, like in a field. A wide open field is exposed. But a baby inside his stomach is not exposed, there's no tum at all. So that's why Rebbe Shmuel holds that a baby inside his stomach, there's 0 tumah. Rebbe Kiva Omer, no! This pasuk comes to include something completely different. Al Pnei so this is coming to be marbe goylel v'doifek. Now, why does he say it's coming to be marbe goylel v'doifek? Because the next pasuk, that's what I'm saying. It's a little bit out of order. But Rebbe Kiva says it comes to Al Pnei so that comes to be marbe goylel v'doifek. In other words, the cover of a coffin has the exact same halacha as a dead person. So if you take the cover of a coffin, you put inside a room. Everything in the room is oil amazing and becomes tamei. You touch the goyel, you become avatuma, etc.
That's even if there's no dead body in there.
No, there's a dead body in there. The dead body,
you took it off, and you took the cover into a house.
Right. So the cover is like a dead body. It's a big chiddush.
It's no longer in touch.
Right.
It never touched. It's just covered.
Remember, we had that riddle that Naphtali knew. When is it possible that an animal is tummy? Because yesterday we learned an animal never becomes tummy. And the answer is when the animal is a goylel. When the animal covers the coffin, he is tummy. There was machlokes rishonim. Rashi says even if the animal runs away, he remains tummy forever. And the Rambam says no, as long as he's on, like you're talking about, then he's a goylel. But if you remove him from the goylel, he's not. But anyways, goylel is like unbelievable tumah. It's like mace itself. Where does Rebbe Kiva learn it from? Apnei Asad. Rebbe Shmuel, so how does he learn? Everybody agrees that a goyel is terrible tumah. He doesn't need a pasuk for it. What? How is he learning Apnei Asad? I don't know, but he can't learn it. That's the point. Is he can't use it for a baby. Since he can't use it for a baby, and the word is completely extra, we have to learn for this. Why can't he use it for a baby? Because how does he know? Sorry. How does he know the concept that a baby is tamei? This is also very interesting. It says in the pasuk, "B'meis b'nefesh." All it should say is "Hanugeh b'meis." It says it twice. You touch a dead person in his soul. extra word. So Rabbi Kiva says, beautiful. Eizim meis shebenefesh shel adam. It's a dead person within a dead person, within another person, in a live person. In other words, a baby within a live person. So therefore what? Since Rabbi Kiva learns uber b'mei so he cannot learn pnei sada uber b'mei right? You hear? If Rabbi Kiva learns from this pasuk, hanugeh b'meis b'nefesh, it says mefurish that there's a dead person inside a live person, meaning a fetus. So Memela, the original pasuk al pnei sada cannot be talking about a fetus because you already have a pasuk for it. So Memela Rabbi Kiva has to go, like Chaim says, and learn some interesting halacha talking about a goylel. I don't know exactly. I also didn't understand. Al pnei sada, the coffin is on the sada. I don't know.
Open, not closed. Yeah, but here we're talking about the open.
We're talking about a goylel. What has a goylel and the doifek have to do with the sada?
The coffin is usually closed. No?
Bishmol is memais,
Talking about the
and is
gravestone as well.
merabed. There's also different, interesting. Also the difference between them. Bishmol says there's laoitzi.
Right.
Rabbi Kiva says the rabbis. The same process.
Yeah. Okay, and one more step. Rabbi Shmuel Haimi Boilei. And what does he do with b'meis ben nefesh? Just like an organ of a mace is metama, the liquid of a mace is also metama, if it's a revius. Why? What's a nefesh? I don't exactly know how this works, like scientifically and everything, but Rashi says that a revius dam is what a person needs to live off. Not exactly sure how that. I mean, I think you need a lot more than a revius to live. But a revius is nothing. It's just a few ounces. You need like 3 liters to live.
It's for these vampires to make it.
What?
Maybe it means if you have.
A person has like 5 liters blood. You lose 2 liters, you're dead.
Maybe the doctor.
So whatever. There has to be some sort of explanation exactly how this works. If everything leaves the body, all the blood leaves the body, and all you're left is with this much blood or a revius, a person will live?
I know that it's that person who uses a lot of blood before he will pass.
A lot of blood is 2 liters. Yes, I don't. That's what I'm saying. You have to. There has to be some sort of maybe some of a small baby. I don't know. What?
Make kiddush on blood, they need a reveal.
It's funny that you mentioned. Somebody just sent me a funny video today. That a bunch of Hasidim were making kiddush on shampoo, and then they go, "Would you make kiddush on shampoo? So don't use shampoo for your beard."
For hair.
For your beard, because they came out with this new shampoo for a beard, Hasidish brand for beard. So the whole thing is kiddush on. You got to see it's funny. Anyways, but thank you that you mentioned it. Yeah, I plugged in. I get paid. You know, whatever they asked me to plug the thing. What is it called? I forgot what is it called. What was the name of the thing? It has a Hasidish name, like Hester Punim. Rabbi said Hester Punim.
Buy it today.
Yeah.
We'll work for
Gary arranged. Where is he? He arranged his first sponsorship. Yeah. And again, Eizeh Nefesh Adam. Eizeh Nefesh Adam. Dama v'oim is a revius dam. Rabbi Kiva l'tamei domar af revius dam abo mishnei meisi mitama boil. A revius dam that comes from 2 dead people. Where's the pencil? I don't have it today. Here, give me this. Thank you.
Yes, 1. 1 from 2.
Okay. Shkoyach. Sorry for confusing there for a second. How do I know this concept? That would be interesting, right? If you take an arm from the tips of the finger to the elbow from mace number 1, and from the elbow to the top from mace number 2, obviously that doesn't work. It has to be an aver of a person. When it comes to blood, I could split. I could take a half a revius from mace 1 and half a revius from mace 2, and that's considered like an aver. It's metama.
Why does it say two?
Shenema v'akol nafshos meish lo yavoi. Shtei nefashos, because it's talking about 2 nafshos, plural. Shtei nefashos v'shir echad, and 1 revius. Where Rabbi Shmuel is going to learn, it says nafshos without a vav, it's nefshes, whatever it is. It's singular. But akoponim. Now you see what I'm talking about? What? Even the Cyrus, right. So if you go backwards, Rebbe Akiva learns from Kol Nafshis Meis, he learns that it's talking about two people, one revius, and therefore B'meis B'nefesh is extra, so he has to learn the baby in a stomach, and Memela, if he learns the baby in a stomach for B'meis B'nefesh, so then Pnei Sad is completely extra. I can't learn it for a baby in a stomach. So he learns it for Goyel Doifik. And Rabbi Shmuel is going to learn the Goyel Doifik, I have a Halacha Mishma Sinai, etc. So that's the Machlokes of Rabbi Akiva and Rabbi Shmuel. Says the Mishnah. So we had this Mishnah, but we were talking about eating the aver, and now we're talking about the tumah of the aver. So a mother cow, let's say, is having trouble giving birth, and the fetus stuck out its hand, and he cut it off. And then he shechted the mother, habasar tahar.
Can I just say that the share of is what baby needs?
What a baby needs.
The baby.
That's what I said. That's what I said all the way at the end. Yeah, but it doesn't seem like that. It doesn't seem like it. No, I'm saying the way the Gemara always talks is not about a baby.
Maybe if he has an irui, if he's got
Yeah.
if he's got an irui, I mean, there's the same right amount of liquid with one reverse of that, it's still not.
Well, what?
If the rest of it was like an irui from a drip, and he had 1 liter of blood, then one reverse of blood, maybe that is enough. The oxygen there is enough to keep him alive.
I don't.
Depends whether the rest is
In other words, I'm saying he has the liquid in his body. What's the reason why a person dies? Because there's no blood
There's
pressure.
no oxygen.
And the blood pressure goes down. But if it's just the roof of the down, there's not enough blood pressure.
Yeah, I know. Maybe everything I know is just like from a car accident that there's open vessels and there's a bigger mess. But what if you just removed it nicely and there's I don't know. Okay, but yeah, maybe it's talking about a little baby.
They knew it from bloodletting. They used to do bloodletting.
Yeah, fine.
To the last minute.
So if you cut off the aver and then you did shchita, then there's no problem. There's no tumah here on the rest of the animal, on the rest of the baby. The part that came out, that's aver menachai, that's tumah. Forget about that. Now the part that's inside the animal doesn't become tumah. Why? Why not? Because a live animal inside a stomach cannot become tummy, right? That's what we said. The only exception was in the goyel, but an animal cannot become tummy. Shachad esimoy. What if you shechted the mother first, and only after the shechita, then you cut off the limb? Habasar maganevela. So this is a very interesting halacha. You cut off the. Oh, Gary heard. You heard it all. He says, "Yeah, you were watching."
I know everything, don't worry about
What?
it. That's why I don't come on time.
It's all Hillel's fault. Hillel, you see, you started a trend here. Shachad esima v'achakachatocha abosam maganevela. Divrei Rebbe Meir. Says Rebbe Meir that, and the Gemara is going to go into this in great depth. When you cut off a limb, as you cut it off, you are being mitama the rest of the animal. The foot of the animal is tummy. Why is it tummy? It's called tumas ever menachai. It's a nevela. It has a tum of nevela. Why? Because it's ever menachai. It came out of the body of the mother. Before shchita, it's done. This ever you can never eat. It's called ever menachai.
Why? If you shechted the animal and you don't cut it, you afterwards only cut it off. What's wrong? Why is it? Why is it Eber Menachai?
The Mishnah said once
Yeah, can't eat it. You're relying on the shechita of the mother for the baby, but that's only when the limbs are inside the mother. Anything that came outside of the mother is no good.
Why is it Eber Menachai? This is
That's the tumah. It's yoytze. Tumas yoytze. It's yoytze. It's also because of yoytze. The tumah is tumas ever menachai. It's tumas nevela, but it's not a nevela. It's tumah because of ever menachai. So now we have a piece of ever menachai attached to the body. Then I cut it. As I'm cutting it, the piece, the ever menachai, touches the rest of the body and makes it tummy.
that's not tumas
Oh, so now that should be a tumas beis hastarim. Because we're going to explain in a second. Let's just say the words and we're going to see in the Gemara the whole thing. Again, you have a foot sticking out of the mother before it was shechted, so that's yoitze, you're not allowed to eat that foot, it's tamei, every menachai. Then you shech the mother and the baby, the fetus becomes mutter to eat through the shechita of the mother. But it doesn't do anything, it doesn't fix the problem of the yoitze. And now the yoitze is tamei. What happens to the rest of the animal that you're allowed to eat? Says Rameh, the rest of the animal became tamei nevela because it touched the foot. No, it's not tamei nevela. It's only treifa. The shechita helps to make the foot only a nevela, not enough tumah to give it to a treifa. And a treifa is not tamei.
The rest of the body or the foot?
The foot, and memela it's nothing. We'll see in a second. A behema after shechita could become tamei, and you shechted the mother. So then what about the rest of the animal? Says the Gemara, says the Mishnah. It's a long Mishnah. Explains everything.
I understand. He shechted the cow. The leg came out.
He shechted the mother cow, the baby cow. It's in the mother. It's a ben pekua. Doesn't need shechita, but you can never help the foot that came out. The foot that came out is Ever Menachai. There's no Ben Pekua on the foot. It's Yoitze. Okay. That foot is Tamei. That Tumah should transmit Tumah to the rest of the Ben Pekua.
And if you cut it off afterwards?
Yes. Through the cutting this Tumah, we're going to explain. Just like we find, you hear? You take an animal that has a hole in its heart. It has 5 holes in its lung. It has sirchas up to a wazoo. It's a treif. You can't eat anything from this animal. But if you shecht its neck, then it's not tameh anymore. It doesn't emit tumah. It's called a treifa, and a treifa is not metama. The only thing we said a treifa is metama is kachim. Midrabanan. But a treifa, the difference between a nevel and a treifa is only tumah. You can't eat the animal, but there's no tumah. Av shchitas behema tetar sever. So when I shech the mother, it should have power over this yoitze limb and make it not an avela. Omer lahem Rebbe Meir, so Rebbe says loy. What's the comparison? In tiaro shchitas treifa oisa. The shchita of a treifa can be mitar one cow itself. Dover shigufa, her own body. Tetar sever, dover shenugufa. So by shechting the mother, you're gonna help her fetus's leg that went out. What's the shaykhas? Now, says the Mishnah, how do we even know this concept? Everybody agrees that a shchita is mitar a treifa. There's no tumah that comes out of a treifa animal. Why? The shchita accomplishes that, right? We said the other day, shchita accomplishes 2 things. It removes tumah from an animal and it allows you to eat the animal. So when it's a treifa, you can't eat the animal, but it removed the tumah from the animal.
You're talking about where the leg went, only when the leg was cut.
Hold on. We know that a non-kosher animal is also to eat. Let's say you take a lion, av treifa asur b'achila. So ma behema tmeya in shchitas mitarosa av treifa lo yitarenu b'shchita. Just if you shecht a lion, it's nothing, it's 0. So too, if you shecht a treifa, it should be 0. What's the difference between a treifa and a tamei animal? The both animals you can't eat. Says the Mishnah, loi im amarta a lion you're never able to eat. There's never a time in its life that you're able to eat. And here says Rashi, and we're going to use it soon also, once the animal has a shasa kosher, you're able to shecht it. Let's see it inside.
Maybe it was born a treifa.
Oh, that's the next word in the Mishnah. But at this point, look at Rashi. Rashi says it beautifully. Once this animal had 1 minute that you could shecht it, you can never get rid of that hilchah shchita. So at this moment in time, the Mishnah understands that most treifas happen later on in life. How many times do you have a baby that's born with a hole in its heart? As the Mishnah, well, that's later on. Yeah, that's what we're eventually going to get to. Says the Mishnah, get this out of here. Your smart doesn't make any sense. Take it home. That's Noam's question. what about a fetus that had a defect in its stomach? Okay, it's min by a behemoth tmeya, by a lion. There's never any shaychus. Even if it happened, she was born like that. But yesh b'mina shchita. Fine. So that's the argument. So Mela, here you see a concept of treifa is mitar. It's different than a behemoth tmeya. And if a treifa is mitar, so then it should also be mitar the aver that came out. And that's the argument here between Rameir and Chachamim. Huh?
Interesting.
Very interesting. Very big arichos.
You never see that it's metaher, something that's outside of it, though.
Everything that's connected to it. It's all connected. It's one big blob. A baby connected through the umbilical cord to the mother. Everything connected to the mother. It's the aver of the mother.
You can't eat it. You see it's different. Chachamim agree to that. Once he took his foot out, you can't eat it.
Correct. But a treifa also you can't eat. And shechita works. So this is part of a treifa. Is it considered detached from the animal? Or it's still attached? Is this a part of the animal you can't eat? But shechita works on parts you can't eat. At least to remove tumah. Now here's a very interesting halacha.
If the whole animal is born, why is that not and is it another stripe that doesn't, even if it didn't come out?
If the whole animal was born and you didn't use the shechita of the mother, you did use the shechita.
It's a ben b'kor and it becomes a stripe.
Yeah.
Why don't we say that the animal is tummy now? It's like its foot out. The whole thing came out and he said just the foot.
Well, no, the part that's inside the mother you could eat. How did it become tummy? Through what? What gave it tumah? The only part of the animal that's tummy right now is the foot. And the only thing that could happen is the foot touching the rest of the animal.
What happens if you don't cut it off altogether?
Then there's no. Then why? How would it become tummy?
The foot was out.
So and then it touches the animal what way?
It's connected. No, the
Connected.
The ben b'kor.
That's what we're going to discuss now. It's connected. That connection is hidden. The connection is hidden. Here, let's see the Gemara. Amai. Now I'm taking out my apple, everybody. Say 5 minutes. Nah. Look at this. You don't really need an apple for this, but it's geschmack.
Even if you didn't cut it off, the foot's tummy.
That's what we're discussing right now.
You shechted the mother.
This is the apple. Here, this is tomei. This is not tomei. They're connected right now. Then somebody goes and does shechita. Are these things touching each other?
Yes.
No. The only part that's touching is the white part. All the white is touching each other. The green is not touching. Oh, there's one molecule on top that's touching. But they're all, in other words, what's touching, the connection, is hidden. It's based on starim. Everything inside is hidden. What's touching each other. So this is tameh, yes, and you're asking, but they're touching each other. So the foot that's touching the whole animal should make it tameh, but it's hidden. The only thing I don't understand really is that one tiny little molecule on top you could really see. But maybe that's not significant enough. But everything below, this whole thing is hidden. So hidden can't give tumah.
Yeah, but once you cut it, it becomes exposed.
Did I need an apple for that? I don't know.
It becomes exposed to
Am I Tumas Beis Hastorim? Avi said, you just look in the Gemara. It says Tumas Beis Hastorim. Why do you need an apple? The Tumas Beis Hastorim loy mitamyo. And at the end of the day, there shouldn't be any tumah. Maybe Remeir holds like his own shita that when there is Beis Hastorim, it is mitama. It is mitama. Why this nan? Shloisha. Over here, when the Gemara says shloisha is referring to 3 tfachim by 3 tfachim. Shalosh al shalosh without a hey is 3 fingers by 3 fingers. So if you have a beged, let's say this is a beged, 3 by 3 beged. This is very chashiv. Somebody could sit on it. It's big. You can sit on it. So if it's so chashiv, then it's susceptible to tumas medras. Medras. I could stand on it. I can sit on it. Shloisha shenechlak tormin medras. If I split this in half, I just rip it down the middle. I'm not gonna show you. Split it down the middle.
It's a wrong chart anyway.
Yeah, maybe I should. Okay, fine.
No.
It's a medras. It's susceptible. It is tamei tumas medras, and then I cut it in half. Tormin medras. It's no longer 3 by 3, so it's tormin medras. But tamei maga medras. But it touched the medras. When did it touch the medras? When you cut it. But when you cut it, it was all hidden. It never touched itself. One piece didn't touch the other piece in the open. Elo. So he says, Pshat, Shimnoga bo izov, sheyatome magazov. So Rashi explains, if a Zov stood on this piece barefoot, so two things occurred here. First of all, it was a medrash from a Zov. Medrash from a Zov is avatuma. So if this touches a human being or a kli, they both become tummy because it's avatuma. Then another thing happened there. Very interesting halacha. Since the Zov touched it, if he stood on it with his shoes, then you'd only have one thing, medrash. He stood on it. But since he stood on it with his bare feet, he also touched it. In addition to standing on it and putting his weight on it, he also physically touched it, which creates a lower tumah. Maga medrash. So when I ripped this in half, I removed the more chomer tumah, the ava tumah of medrash. But what remained is the lower tumah, the rishon, and the rishon could be metama food. It can't be metama kli and a person, but metama food.
Because you don't need 3x3 for...
Right, exactly. Right, for
Medrash,
medras you need 3x3 tfachim. For touching, all you need is 3x3 fingers. Oh, says the Gemara. So maybe Remeir holds l'shitasai that even beis hastarim the tumah goes through. Says the Gemara, I explain to you over there. Omar Ula loishanu ela shloisha shloisha shenechlak. Ava shloisha shloish habois mebeged gadol b'shas prishasa ma'aviyim mekablois tumah ma'aviyim. So he says like this: if this beged was a little bit bigger than 3x3 tfachim, so then when I ripped off a 3x3 piece, this remained 3x3 tfachim. So now he explains what happened here. It touched the 3x3 small piece, touched my larger piece as it was going away. Why? Because sometimes things touch. And that's what's happening here with our aver. When you're cutting the aver away, says Rashi, it's going to bump into it. After it's cut, the piece could swipe it. If you're doing a beautiful quick cut, you're right, it never had a chance to touch it. But you're cutting slowly, whatever, and sometimes pieces touch each other. Once they're already cut, then of course this is tummy and this is not, and then it went back and touched it. That's what happened there. When it was leaving and it was being cut, me'aver, mekabel tuma me'aver.
They're arguing whether it retouched or not.
Not we have to be concerned that it's going to touch. Not that it did or didn't. Yeah, because that's what typically happens. When you cut things, they touch each other. As you're removing the piece, it swipes it.
You could cut a little higher.
It doesn't come into this.
Half cut?
Yeah, you
Half cut doesn't touch.
Well, you put it together.
You put a knife right through, then it didn't touch yet. As it's fully touched and you're removing the pieces, whatever. At some point they touch. Ravina Omar, hold on, let's finish up here. Ravina Omar, beged lav l'chaticha koi, ube l'chaticha koi. Don't bring me any raya from that sugya of 3x3. A piece of cloth is not meant to cut, but a fetus is meant to cut up, because typically you cut up meat, or the pshat is, especially this bad piece, this damaged leg that came out, you got to get rid of it. It's Ever Menachai. So it was created to cut. And therefore what? So Memela, you don't have tumas beis hastarim here. If this is completely cut, this apple, now it touches, so now an exposed piece touched. Because it's as if it's cut already. Kiman, Kirimeir. Disnan kol yodois hakelim shimarukois vasel katzam. What happens if a guy, his wife tells him, go to the store, buy me a frying pan. He goes to the store, comes home with a frying pan that has a handle the size of a broomstick. He says, Meshuggah, what are you doing? He says, I go to the mikvah, it's tummy, I go to the mikvah. Now how much does he have to be toivel? It doesn't fit into the mikvah, this broomstick. So what does he do? Says Remeir, you don't have to put the whole thing in the mikvah. Kol yodois hakelim shimarukois vasel katzam. Since he's going to chop it off at a normal length, it's everything that's about to be cut off, it's as if halachically it's cut off. You only have to be toivel up until the point of a normal handle. No, you have to be toivel the whole thing. Says the Gemara, You could even say, it goes according to Rabban and say you have to be told the whole handle. Ememela kol hakatzutz is not dami. But over here, by meat, it is as if it was cut. Why? Chiburi ochon keman the mifarti dami. Says Rashi, this is the concept in all of Shas from this line right over here. By food, it's as if it's already cut off. Unagi bahadodi. Since food anyways, right? You chew your food, you cut your food, it's going to be cut eventually. So all food is considered cut. And memela, what you have here is chopped meat, touching chopped meat. In other words, it was already exposed, and the tumah touched the tara. Memela, the whole baby becomes tamei. Bishlai melu'ula, just one last line here. Bishlai melu'ula, that says that as it was coming apart, right? Ula explained what you didn't like so much. As it's coming apart, it touches, it swipes it. So Mela, I have to come on. That's why I have to understand that we're talking about a situation that he cut it. Because if he didn't cut it, you don't have the problem of swiping. El Ravina, but according to Ravina, it says the pshat is the second pshat. It's as if it's. So you don't need chatcha. My chatacha. I did the Reishi chatacha. The first case that he chopped it off and then he shechted the mother over there. Obviously, you have to come on that the whole case is that he chopped it off before the shechita. So you have to say the word chatacha. It's not important. It's just a lashon that matches the ratio.